Welcome back to New Gameplay Today. I'm Leo Vader, Jeff Cork's nowhere to be found. Today, Ben Hanson is joining me.
Hello, Leo Vader, sir.
Hi. Also joining us is Dan Tack.
Hey, what's up, Leo?
Hey, what's up, dude? Right now, we're going to look at what is going on right now, Hanson.
This is Age of Empires Definitive Edition, and we really wanted to play it right. So we really got an old-fashioned game here rolling around. So let's just really head out on an adventure here. This is the historical accuracy that you've come to expect from the Age of Empires series, bogging down the computer.
Now, what age are you in?
We are in the Cluster F age, officially, I believe.
Okay, the Age of Nightmares.
That's right. So these are the cheat codes, which, as you can see, they remastered everything in this game, as you can see from the destroyed world here, except for the cheat codes. Isn't that bizarre?
It's very cute, actually.
Also, the dragons are another cheat code addition. But we're not here to focus on nuking lions and everything else under the sun. We're here for a good old-fashioned battle. Right, Dan Tack?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah?
Although those cars are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're not going to be in our match, though, brother.
I hope not.
I'll tell you that. Dan Tack, we've played a couple RTS matches against each other, and it's always been an epic battle.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, like, people cry, people bleed, and so that's what we're going to do here today, is have a 1v1 between you and I in Age of Empires Definitive Edition, releasing next week.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. You ready to set this baby up?
Sure.
Let's go. Hey, Leo in the booth, are you ready to...
Start the game already.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Dan. 1v1?
Somebody pass the wood.
Now, why'd you go with the Minoan, Stan?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I need you to G up.
1v1
I
him
did
already.
G up. I am G'd up. I've been G'd up.
Uh-huh. Now, just out of curiosity here, view gamer card. Am I missing an easy G up option here?
G up?
Oh my God, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
God. The whole time, turns out I was the one that wasn't ready to start the game already.
Ready. Oh, establishing connection quality. Okay, here we go.
Oh, there we go. I see they've chosen high quality.
Not too shabby.
Look at this.
So as you can see, they redid the visuals here, also re-recorded the soundtrack. A lot of small tweaks that you don't realize until you go back to the original version, which is kind of cool. They also included in this game, so you can go back to the retro graphics and rule set, because there's just subtle tweaks and like pathfinding, simple stuff like if you want to get effing nerdy about it.
Yeah,
like
the water looks way better.
Yo, yeah. You can also zoom this time around, which is pretty wild.
Wow.
Look, Leo, it's a game from 1997. These are impressive additions.
Is that me being a good host? Oh, cool game.
Holy
Wow.
Lord!
Let's see why you like this.
This is
Hanson.
like a real game. This game is so important to me. I absolutely love it. This is also, in theory, Age of Empires 1 is where my dumb Twitter handle Yozetti came from.
What?
Wow.
Get out.
Yeah, I was trying to find a username. Now I'm a different version of Yozetti on here.
I don't know if I believe this.
Yeah. Dan, you were saying before we started recording that you've never played Age of Empires 1?
Correct.
That's insane.
I played lots of 2, let me tell you.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in your camp.
Thousands of hours maybe, but not 1.
I think there are going to be some people in your camp where it's like, all right, I love 2, but I don't know how important 1 is. I don't know why I would ever want to go back to 1.
Yeah, I'm in that camp right. That's what it's going through my head right now.
It's a great question. It is definitely a much simpler game, as you can see overall. So if you're a fan of simplicity or you're interested in like the historical roots, not of the entire RTS genre, but an important landmark in the RTS genre.
But just real history roots.
If you're interested in the miniseries roots, I definitely recommend checking out Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition.
Speaking of what's going through Dan Tack's head, we're looking at his screen now. He's Team Red. Is that what they were called back then? Or is he some kind of race of people?
The Red Empire. Yeah, they were every Minoan had to wear little red cute shorts.
Yeah, the red shorts.
Yeah,
What's your plan here, Tack?
I mean, honestly, I would know a build order if I was playing 2, but I have no idea what the heck's going on
Dan,
here.
even if you're playing 2, I don't think you'd know a build order if you looked up your own ass.
Yeah!
Oh, wow. All right.
Rack him, dude.
You got me good there.
Look, I'm trying to rile him up so he gets angry like the Hulk and comes after me with all he's got.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
He's building a formidable army right now.
Is he?
Yeah, you should kind of be scared, Hanson.
By scared, do you mean building a storage pit?
There are some massive peasants getting real angry right now.
Crap.
I don't know what the Minoan special is, so that's... Usually you want to know that going in.
No.
What kind of strategy are you running, Hanson?
So here's the thing. I play Chosen. I don't even know how the hell you pronounce it. I think it's Chosen. But their specialty is that their legions are more powerful, which is a unit that is much later in the game. And so just sticking around a little bit with the definitive edition, I was like, well, I'm going to run my classic legion strategy. But that's like end game tech tree. And I don't know how the hell I ever use that as a strategy because it's very inefficient to just hope that you aren't attacked for 40 minutes and then go in swinging, you know?
I mean, back in the old days, man, that you would not get attacked for 40 minutes. People would really like to develop, I think. The rush strategies didn't get really popular until Zerglings, you know, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And that's an overall theme that I really appreciate from this game in general, is just it feels so much more relaxed than, you know, StarCraft or a lot of other RTSs. Oh. Hello, Daniel.
What? What's up?
Hey, nice town.
See that, Leo? It's like a soundboard.
Wow,
yeah,
that's fun.
that was really great in the second one, I recall.
And the soundboard in the entire Age series is one of my favorite silly things, especially just spamming Age of Mythology. If you hit 999, it is a very silly version of the Age of Empires theme, which is very fun.
Well, that was the soundboard era.
It really was.
Using those Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboards.
God,
for
and
prank calls.
You're totally right. And I forget if it was StarCraft or this, but people definitely did mod in like the old soundboards in that way, just to add new custom cues instead of just the temple stuff like this.
Who can go wrong with that old classic? That old chestnut.
So Dan, if you're not familiar with the Age of Empires series, what I'd recommend is just surrendering to my clubman.
I mean, I will if you want. I mean,
no, it's you know, you got to advance through the ages, as I'm sure you're aware.
yeah, there's an elephant over here.
I know how you feel about elephants.
We have established.
Try to
that.
restrain your rage seeing that elephant.
But you'll need 2 Stone Age buildings and 500 food, which is pretty aggressive out of the gate to have 500 food before you can go to the next stage, which, of course, Leo, you know, the next stage after the Stone Age is the...
Bronze Age.
No, that's the third one.
No.
It's...
Copper.
Nope, it's the classic Tool Age
Steel.
that everybody talks about.
The Tool Age. That's my favorite.
Tim the Tool Age Taylor.
That's what that game should have been called.
Hey.
That Tool Time game that was you were killing dinosaurs?
Hang on, Leo. Could you make sure you're on my screen? I want you to look at this horrific murder that has apparently taken place by the barbarian of the wilds here. Dan,
What?
the hell is this?
That was a scout.
Well, he's murdering my men, and he's attacking my storage pits. What kind of scout is that?
You know what? In Age of Empires 2, I believe we had dedicated scouts, right? I don't.
You're
think I
right.
see that here. I just had my club guy.
You can make a scout in the next stage. Maybe you should save your murder till then, you effing monster.
Wow, looks like now's the Tool Age after all.
Dude, I was just trying. Hey,
Get the hell out of here!
okay. For those of you who don't play
And
RTS,
revive my blood man here.
Don't let him defend himself.
if you don't play RTS, early game scouting is pretty good.
Scouting, not brutal murder of a builder.
Wait, what did you expect me to scout with? Like a builder?
Not a savage killer.
This is a competition.
I have 2 kinds of units right now. I don't think the scout, I don't think the builder is an appropriate scout.
Well, get this jackal out of here.
He's just hanging out.
As you can
there
see,
go.
oh great, pathfinding's still a son of a bee.
Some things never change.
No kidding. They say they improved it.
And it probably is improved.
I'm sure it is, but it's always been an issue in the Age games. So what are you gonna do?
And this is the definitive Age game.
Duh.
Is it? I don't think
Definitive.
it definitely is not the definitive Age game.
Isn't it called Definitive Edition?
That is the definitive edition of the Age games.
So are they lying?
Yeah, Dan, are they lying?
I mean, Age of Empires 2, everyone knows Age of Empires 2.
Get the goddamn barbarian out of
If
here!
you're looking at my screen, I'm not even paying attention to that barbarian.
Okay.
I really don't even know what he's doing. Ask Leo.
I wish with the definitive edition they added the ability to eat a man's corpse, because I'm so angry at what you've done to my storage pit.
It is true that Tack has let one of his people run rampant and do things that he does not approve of.
Do things no humane civilization would approve
He was fire and
of.
forget, and I'd like to add you're way ahead in score, so...
What's earning you score? Can I just zoom out a little bit?
It's
Classic
generally-
Age of Empires question.
Generally
Yeah.
a good indicator of how how far ahead or behind you are.
Scores
In
down here
terms
the
of
lower
progressing
right.
through the ages?
And units, everything's worth
pretty
a
much
certain amount of
everything,
points.
yeah.
It's just a rough framework. It's not necessarily that you're going to win if you have that.
But it's certainly it's a good indicator to follow, in my opinion.
Sure.
in this broadcaster's opinion, I'd like to apologize on behalf of Age of Empires fans for not focusing a lot. I could make Dan Tack level excuses of, the TV's too far away, I can't see.
What?
I'm silly. But
I don't think I've ever used that
I'm just a
excuse.
little goofball who just has fun playing. The stuff Dan Tack is saying in this video.
Yeah, basically every statement from Dan Tack could be summed up with this. Right, Dan?
All right, hey.
He's playing head games.
I'm just trying to play the game here, but no need to get salty.
Yeah, it's interesting. Who's the more honorable warrior at this juncture?
We're going to find out. I think I'm playing a pretty clean game overall. Dan Tack, all I know for sure that he's been up to is some real shenanigans, sending clubman after clubman in to kill innocent civilians.
I sent one dude.
One massive bro.
Oh my god.
One massive bro. That's all you need.
Two in the bush. Now, this could be more organized overall. Dan, I'm going to let you know a little strategy.
Yeah?
I don't like horses,
Okay.
so I'm not going to build a stable.
I'm still trying to figure out how to get to age 2, so...
Why don't you like horses?
You know what? It's because chariots in the Age of Empires games are real SOBs. I hate going against them in Age of Mythology. I hated them in this game, fighting up against them. I probably should have just switched and started using them. But instead, I just complained and said I'm going to vow never to use those.
I like
So you're
this.
just like protesting against them.
That's right.
Being
and
there.
I
do
hope
stuff like that.
the remains of Ensemble, the studio and developers, hear my protest.
So the new game's coming out. Relic is making the new one, right? So
Yeah, isn't that wild?
It is wild. And after a very contentious, divisive, Age of Empires 3 got arrested soul, what, 15 years ago, maybe more?
Oh, was it 2004, 2005?
It was a very long time ago, and it was very different. I actually enjoyed it.
It was interesting.
But I could definitely say that, it wasn't an Age of Empires game in the classical sense.
Yes.
It was very bizarre and interesting in its... and how it did things.
Yeah, so they had like a home city, and it was cool that it was set in like the 1700s.
Yeah, you made like railroads, as I
Yeah,
recall. And they were
yeah.
worth tons of money. It was the...
So there's a lot of cool stuff, but in theory, like the original plan from Ensemble was that Age of Empires 4 is going to be modern day, then Age of Empires 5 is sci-fi. And so I'm really curious to see exactly how Relic handles it. Like, the temptation is to go back and make a more classic game.
Sure.
A kind of a remake, if you will, of Age of Empires 1 and just call it Age of Empires 4. I hope they don't do that. I hope they bring the series forward in some way.
I mean, to some extent, that's what people want, though. They kinda,
think so.
They want the classic gameplay. I mean,
Yeah, I think they do.
I think they want a hero shooter set in the Age of Empires world.
You know what? It's not an impossibility.
Yeah.
Okay, I am
how do I make
starving.
farms?
Farms, you actually need to be in the third age, which is
Oh my
pretty
God.
wild. That's one of the changes, too, in this game with the farms. You can walk over them now, which
I'm not gonna
even
get enough
Age of
food.
Empires 2, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Without farms, I'm pretty going to be dead on food here.
Dan, I have a pro tip.
Yeah.
Look to the sea.
I don't have a sea near me.
You don't have a senior near you.
I also noticed my guys are killing the animals, but not harvesting the animals.
Are
up
you
with that?
sending civilians or are you sending
Of course,
warriors?
civilians.
They should. You'd think they would automatically do that.
You would think that, yes.
Yeah.
That is how it's supposed to go.
Dan, are you kidding me?
What?
Get this asshole off my unused storage pit.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
You're sending an army of jerk weasels over here.
There's definitely no army anywhere near you, man.
Yeah, well,
Is
you
that
better...
the one guy who's been
it's
doing it?
No, I killed him already. This is his brother, Bleed. Bleed, yeah. Dan, you're such a little wiener.
What are you talking? For people watching my screen, they have no idea what you're talking about because this is not the narrative is not like.
For the
at
people
all.
watching my screen, they know the atrocities you've committed, man.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to find some food here because I have no food source.
Yeah, well, stop eating the blood of my storage pit. And I think you know what that means.
Boom. Wow.
My people are starving.
Psychological warfare going on here.
Certainly psychological.
How long do these games normally last?
Oh, we're in this
Depends.
for the long haul, dude.
It depends, man. It really depends. Like, if we were going at each other early in the game, it could have been over already. If you go for like a slinger, an early strat. But I'm still really having some difficulty here with food.
I am too. I really am too.
No, for real, man. Like, I'm not gonna be able to advance.
I was lying when I said it.
I figured.
So no farms till the third age. What do you do about that?
You hunt and you fish. I mean, we're in the tool age. We're not sophisticated, everybody.
Whatever.
Yeah, but there's no fishing around me, so that's an issue.
There's an ocean of possibilities nearby.
An ocean of possibilities.
As you've heard many times in your life, there are more fish in the sea. Right, Leo? High five.
Boom. Nice one.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got really banked on right there.
Banked on. You should know, Dan, that the elephants are worth a boatload of food.
I would expect that, except I don't have any elephants around here.
Really?
But a couple of deer.
Oh dear.
Alamar.
They're big Pikmin fans. Okay, no more upgrading. I gotta just focus on this age, which is 800 food. That's more food than it's on the entire map.
That's my line of thinking right now.
Oh, the soundtrack in these games are so good.
Yeah, and everything.
Why do you think you didn't get into this one, Dan? What were you doing back in 97?
What, was StarCraft out at the time?
No, it's 98.
So, probably Diablo, right? 96?
Yeah, probably. Dan, did you send your clubmen into the seas to kill every fish as well? Because
There's just no ocean.
Kill the
near me.
alligator.
At least I haven't found any.
I can't fish an alligator, Leo.
Oh, see, look at if he's got fishing going on, I got nothing. I can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah. These are very silly. So we talked about it on the podcast a little bit this week, Dan.
Yeah.
But I still would love... Oh my god, rookie move, Hanson. I would love an explanation as to why they removed the Big Daddy cheat from this game, which is how you make a crazy black car in the beginning. Like in the beginning, you showed off all those white cars, you know?
Yes.
You can't make the Big Daddy car. Isn't that weird?
I mean, cheats come and go. I mean, they don't even put them in games anymore, right? So.
Well, I understand that, but why have every cheat code except for the basic Big Daddy car?
I think that's something we should ask. I think that's a question we should ask.
That's our job as journalists.
That's right.
Hanson.
Yeah, you're right. Get to the bottom of
We
Big
gotta
Daddy.
pry into that.
This elephant's no joke. Oh, God. Dan, he murdered more civilians than you did at this point.
Well, you know what? I stopped sending stuff at your base because you were getting so upset.
Well,
Yeah, you see that a lot at professional competitions.
just come on, be cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of the overall sentiment.
Yeah, pleading for a change in strategy.
Dan, in this game, there's stone and gold. Something to
see
keep in
that.
mind, right? And
Yeah.
so you won't need those until a little bit later, but it's probably a good idea to start thinking about that.
I mean, right now, the food problem is what we're focusing on right now in my colony, and it's a big problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem for me, too. Trust
Can you
me.
guys organize a trade?
Actually, I think you need a market to do that. I don't know if you can do it in a 1v1 necessarily. But that is a interesting component of the game. Also, just kind of like shifting alliances is big.
That was a big part of number 2, was doing marketplace maneuvering.
Yeah, and it's fun with Age of Mythology then, getting like camel routes and trade routes going to get gold. Age of Mythology is so good, Dan.
Age of Mythology is probably the best Age game, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know you'd agree with that.
It's very good.
Hang on. You think it's the best one? You just said Age of Empires 2 was the best one a while ago.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
At Game Informer, you said that.
I stand by that.
Okay.
I think Mythology was a good evolution though, and it did some interesting things.
It's just more fun.
I did play a ton of that one too.
Yeah.
Over LAN. Like we played LAN back then, right? So that was it was a very different time, different world, you might say.
We were all so young.
We were so young.
Innocent.
I don't know if we were innocent, but we were definitely young.
You were an innocent little baby boy?
Sure, why not?
Hanson, you love Age of Empires more than you love your own wife.
Yep.
When was the last time you went back to it before this remaster?
That's the amazing part. That's what makes me emotional and dumb is, turns out I need to make a stable. It was so hard to go back to. Apparently, although Reddit tells me that it's still, the original disc runs with Windows 10, which is amazing. But I hadn't gone back to it since probably the year 2000, which according to my math was like 43 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it had been a long time, and so I played so much of this game and loved it so much back in the day that just even like seeing the buildings, hearing the sounds again, it's like, oh, I forgot all about what childhood was like, you know?
Yeah. I didn't play this game that much, but I do remember it well. But like looking back on it, it's kind of like, oh yeah, this looks how I remember it looking at the time.
Oh boy, not the case. Not the case.
Oh yeah, no, it seems like one of those remakes where it's just like catches it up with how you feel like it looked in your head.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing to have an online version of Age of Empires 1 in this day and age. Leo, you played this game?
Yeah, it was the first rated T game I played.
Well, as you can see from the elephant slaughter going on here.
Or one of the first. I got a disc from a Mac Addict magazine that had a demo on it for Age of Empires.
For Mac Addict, they advertised this Microsoft game?
It was for Mac as well.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
If I remember
Mac
correctly.
Addict, my favorite.
But yeah, I remember sneakily playing it because my parents didn't want me to play teen games.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they ever see the blood in the game?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, okay.
Would have been grounded to this day.
Ooh.
Dan, these fishing boats are real MFers.
Yeah, you know, you
Having is a son of a gun.
You're about doubling my score right now, so this game's gonna be over pretty quick as soon as you decide to do anything.
Oh yeah? What do you think of this, Dan?
I think that's awesome. I'm glad they kept that awesome sound effect in, you know, for posterity.
That's history right there. That's gaming history.
It's history in the making, you could say.
For sure. Speaking of history and development, we interviewed the director of Age of Empires 1 on the Game Informer Show podcast a little while ago. If you
Did
want to
we?
learn more about the game's development, yeah.
Okay, I want to learn.
All right, listen to it.
All right, I'm heading there right now.
Let's all take a break and listen to it.
And I want to go back on something I said earlier. I don't like Dan. No, I'm just kidding. I
Whoa.
like Dan. No, I want to go back on
Sure,
something
man.
because I said that originally Age 4 was going to be modern day, and that's not true. It was going to be... hang on, I'm thinking really hard while I build. It was going to be a World War II game, which is interesting that they would cast Relic, the Company of Heroes developers, to make it then. Because,
Sure.
well, if they're going World War II, you can get a better developer for it, but it's just a little bit standard, I guess. And I bet they would even want to shake things up a little bit.
The ages of World War II. I remember when they first started learning how to use tools.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah.
There was the surrendering age. There was the regret age.
There's the age where they make all the games about it.
Right. Unforgettable. The age where it goes away for a little while. The age where it comes back with like a cool prop hunt mode.
Those are some crazy ages, man.
Yeah. What if it was all wars? That would be cool.
You mean
All American wars was each age.
Oh, that's interesting. So like the War on Christmas.
Yep.
Okay.
The band War does a show.
The War on Christmas. That was one of the worst wars we ever had. I
lost-
remember that one.
I lost my grandpa to the War on Christmas.
It was a vicious war. There were no winners in that war, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Well, this
Casualties were prayer in our schools.
All right, guys, let's not get political here.
Sorry.
That's
I'm
all
sorry.
saying.
I'm getting
That's
political.
Leo, man.
Age of
Don't-
Empires
I'm sorry.
is about inviting players to join us in advancing through the ages, one beautiful step at a time.
Can't go one video without getting on my religious high horse.
I know.
Really sorry to
It's becoming a real problem.
Yeah.
All right, I have more wood than I know what to do with, Dan.
No, that's good. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, sounds like you in college.
How's your
Whoa.
food issue going, Dan?
It ain't great.
Haven't found a source yet?
Elamos. I don't even know what the Minotian special is.
Minoan, sir.
Minoan.
My
Minoan.
notion.
My notion. That's my secret race.
My notion is that I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, you're way ahead. Like,
Look, I'm pretty bad at this game, Dan.
I believe it.
I was bad back in the day when I played it every day for hours and hours, and 20 years later, it's not improving, my brother.
Yeah, you can definitely see what, like I said, I played tons of Age of Empires 2. Different story, but
Different story because it's a different game.
it is. But you can see the roots, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And Age of Empires 2, I kind of had the flip thing, Dan, where my computer couldn't run Age of Empires 2 back in the day, and so I never really got into it that much, which is wild. I played a little bit with back in the day, I played a little bit at friends' houses, and then also when the HD version came out. But when you love Age of Mythology as much as I do, Dan, never build your farms like I am now.
I can't. How do you even build farms? It's still not
You
happening.
need the granary and then the market.
This game. It doesn't even tell you that.
It actually does. It there's a tool tree up top, tech tree, but then also the cool thing with this, the definitive edition, is they have kind of like pop-up windows that'll show you what you're actually looking at, which I think is pretty helpful when you haven't played this game in 1,000 years, 1,000 ages.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many ages are there in this game?
4 big ones.
Just 4?
Yeah.
Wow, we're almost done.
Only 4 big ones.
Oh.
Dan,
He's not talking about the small ones.
no, absolutely not. I want you to know that I'm only going to beat you in one way,
Okay.
and that's by building a wonder. Going the
Wow.
long route, going pure
All right. Well,
wonder.
hey. Good.
You better start killing him, Dan.
I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
That's the cool thing about the Age of Empires series is like the multiple victory paths. It's not just
Yes.
defeat everything, but you can build wonders, which I think is an interesting heritage from Civilization, which the director of Age of Empires 1 also was a designer on Civilization 1, working with Sid Meier.
Yeah, the wonder thing was really cool, and I always get the everyone in the game is gonna turn against you instantly, but you can defend it. It was fun to build like 10 castles around it.
Yep, it'll like ping it on the map, like, hey, this guy's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Come one, come all.
Those were cool. That was definitely a cool thing.
These games are the best, Dan.
Are they the best?
They're some of my favorites of all time.
They were good. They were definitely good. I'm super curious to see where the 4th one is going to take us. To be honest with you, I know this is about this game, but
Yeah.
that's an interesting thing that I can't wait to see where they take it.
Yeah, I mean, you say fans will want,
Right.
the old school format, but what do you want? What's your best case scenario for Relic?
To be honest, I hope they don't take it in the same Dawn of War, Company of Heroes kind of style game. I think that's really weird for Age of Empires to feel like that, despite me liking those games.
Yeah, and so just forget the original vision. It's kind of like George Lucas's plans for Episode 7 at this point. Like, F it.
Hey, I say take us in a new direction. Reinvigorate and recreate the RTS in a new world,
Sci-fi.
Get really ballsy with it and do something new.
Balls Age.
My Little Pony.
I mean, that's pretty extreme right there.
Yeah, come on, Leo. Let's be real, dude.
Do you know whose laptop has all those My Little Pony stickers on it?
In the office?
In Studio B, there's a MacBook right now with a bunch of My Little Pony stickers on it. I have no idea who it belongs
That's
to.
really interesting. I think friend of the show, Jason A. Striker, is a contender. He liked some cartoons, and back when he worked here, I could see it. I could see him doing that.
And he still has keys, I'm sure, to get in after hours.
Yeah, he was just wandering the halls late last night.
Friend of the show.
Like Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Phantom of the Opera.
Friend of the show, Phantom. Anyways, I think, I forget if I got to this point, but something really nice they did here is you can walk over farms, which they didn't add until Age of Mythology, if I remember correctly. So just little quality of life improvements for the definitive edition are great here.
Right.
Also, but unfortunately the farms still deplete themselves, which
Yeah.
is annoying.
And it looks like the farms get put in like random patterns that kind of look weird from above too.
They look a little bit, and there's nothing you can do. It just kind of defaults you to having an ugly layout for a town.
And because the game's not out yet, you can't call us on that. So
We should mention the game is only going to be available in the Windows Store, which is very frustrating.
Yeah.
Is that a forever thing, or is it just
I don't
is
know.
just
It's that
released?
classic Microsoft. For a little while, maybe kind of sorta. I hope to talk to somebody about that issue soon with Microsoft. Just trying to figure out, like, what are you doing, guys?
it is an issue.
It sucks.
That's the way to put it.
Well, it sucks. It just like come up with a consistent message of like, hey, it's always 4 months. After 4 months, we'll put it on Steam, or we're not putting it on Steam at all. But like this weird trickle of some are on Steam, some aren't. It sucks.
It's their game, man.
I think the only game I bought on the Windows 10 store was Gears of War 4, and I just kept forgetting I owned it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. Have you ever played it then? Have you ever gotten around to it?
Gears of War 4?
Yeah.
A few hours.
Is it worth playing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I like those originals a lot.
Dan, what's your favorite Microsoft game of all time?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
Horde mode's fun, of course, though. in Gears of War 4.
Yeah, I was thinking about just trying out some Horde mode just by itself.
Yeah, maybe it's cheap by now, too. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, I own it on Xbox One, but I also haven't started it up. Aren't that silly?
Aren't that silly?
Leo, we've never done a new gameplay today 1v1 in any means, right? Is this breaking new ground for the show?
I think this is breaking new ground, yeah.
I don't think it is.
I think you can go ahead and pat yourself on the back for revolutionizing video in an online format.
Leo's a very sweet guy, if you couldn't tell from the ass kissing.
What ass kissing? You mean accurate descriptions?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Tack is really working on something over there, Hanson.
Nah,
Don't screen cheat,
I'm
but
really not.
start getting scared.
His figure?
Pretty sad, actually.
Really?
I'm no expert, but
Remake the farms, my Leo farming brothers. I like this game, and I like having the types of games where
good.
I'm not sweating. Look, I've barely used hotkeys at all. Like, it's just the opposite of basically, I guess, where StarCraft 2 is at. You know, or any modern RTS, where it's just so nice just to effing relax and just go up against Dan in an old-fashioned way.
yeah.
You know? I think there's room in the market for a more fucking chill RTS.
Civ is
I
pretty
think
chill.
I think the RTS.
But that's not RTS.
Yeah, Civ is definitely not an RTS.
Right.
Right, obviously.
I think
You caught me.
there's room for the RTS genre to come back, but it has to be fundamentally changed.
Oh my god.
People need something different in this new world.
They need a more chill environment, I'd say.
I don't know if it needs to be a more chill thing exactly, but
Well, you want like Clash Royale and stuff.
I think that the next person who takes us to that space will be a more bite-sized kind of thing, not necessarily Clash Royale. Okay?
And I bet it's going to be Blizzard with their mobile RTS.
I'd say
that they were
it's
teasing.
a really good guess.
Yeah. I hear you, Dan. Can I farm these? Oh, can you fish a whale?
Yeah. You sure can.
Dan, I've been meaning to ask you, how do you top a car?
Excuse me?
How do you top a car?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
You tip on the brake tube.
Okay, sure.
And that's the kind of fun you can have with Age of Empires Definitive Edition. You can whip out your favorite old jokes. No one will stop you.
No one can
It's
stop you.
so
can get
relaxed.
away with
You
anything.
can just page through the old joke book and find a real killer.
Oh, Dan, I've hit a snag.
Have you? Somehow I don't believe this.
Apparently there's a population limit of 50 in this game.
Oh wow,
you know
that is small.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy actually. Bizarre.
Hey,
Look at this.
Leo. I just got some satisfaction.
Shh.
about to get some satisfaction.
Don't tell Dan what I'm doing.
I'm pretty sure he's not gonna tell me.
Really?
I have an idea though. Like I'm pretty sure in this game, you fight each other at some point.
No.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna go live with the animals.
Okay.
No, don't run. Don't run. Dan, do you want to tell me where you're at? Do you have any like outlying villagers or
I'm
anything?
pretty sure you found my place, man. Like, pretty sure you know where I am.
Nice town.
You're right, Dan. But I'm looking. I don't want to go walk into your, main like Grand Central Station.
Well,
here.
that's what the game is about.
Is walking into the Grand Central Station.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
I believe so.
Well, Dan. Oh, dead end city here, fellas. Especially with the I think you can set the population limit higher. I'm trying to remember what it was in the original game, though. Okay, we have a real Roanoke situation over here.
Yeah.
What's going on here, Dan?
Hey, man. We had some problems, all right?
Apparently. No.
Uh-oh.
Dan, I'm trying to do something cool.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do.
Damn it! I was trying to just
Now
make
that mechanic I am very well.
just a quick little conversion.
That mechanic I'm aware of because I used to be. You could do that in 2 as well, right? Convert buildings. That's a lot of fun.
Convert people, yeah, for sure. Okay, this is my.
I used to play a lot of Egypt and Age of Mythology, which I believe could also convert, right?
Great question.
I believe conversion was definitely in Age of Mythology, if I recall.
I don't believe it is. There are priests that can heal.
Yes.
A set can convert animals. Oh God.
Oh, that's right. That was super cool.
I don't think you can.
Are you sure? Well, like it was an upgrade. I think it was a faction-specific upgrade in that game. I don't know. Again,
Could be. I'm trying to remember.
my memory is a little hazy on this.
Yeah. I definitely hear you. Leo, the tech tree issue. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember something that I should remember.
What are you
but I
trying to
don't.
remember?
I'm trying to remember how to get to my legion. I wonder if.
An entire legion of my finest troops awaits them.
and other classic quotes. Maybe I need tool working. I really forget how to get beyond broadswordsman. This is classic gaming. Forgetting to replenish your farms is classic gaming. Hanging out with Buddy Dan Tack is classic gaming.
An entire legion of my finest troops is classic gaming.
What is that from, Dan?
Oh, you know what? I
don't know.
Star Wars: Return of the Jedi.
Is it really? I don't remember that line.
Might be a Palpatine call out saying like, you know,
Palpatine.
your dudes on Endor are getting smoked. I think.
Dudes on yeah, or my name isn't. It's Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, he was cool. He was the lesser known emperor at the time.
Loved his pulpa. Classic Star Wars drink.
Classic.
That's funny.
It's always pulpa time somewhere is what they used to say.
Oh wow!
Hey, guys.
Apparently it's on. Oh, something tells me his troops are better than mine.
I don't know if that's true.
'Cause I've got 0 upgrades for mine.
I really have not been making a conscious effort to upgrade anything. Hey,
I don't
priest, get in there, you dirty rat!
No, keep the priest away.
Come on, priest. Give
Priest are
Papa
bad.
what he needs.
Not enough faith to perform a conversion.
As a wise man once said, you gotta have faith.
Oh,
To perform
all right,
a
come on.
conversion.
Where's the real army?
Shut, Dan. You
What?
think that's me trying?
No, it really... Dude, look at this. I've played a lot of Age of Empire games. 500 to 200 is like a blowout, so...
Well, look, my economy's off the charts, and I'm not getting it in the pipeline, as they say. In the
You gotta
pipe.
kill him now, Tack.
5 by 5.
Before he gets his cultural victory.
I mean, these troops aren't going to do anything to him.
Dan, I think you're greatly overestimating.
I look at... Okay, again. Dude, this
What's
is my
happening
first Age of
here?
Empires game. The score is like... The score is very telling.
It's almost like Leo in the booth can see exactly what's happening, and he's trying to help you out.
I'm saying you can either wait and lose or attack him and maybe win.
Oh, I didn't even have watchtowers researched. Also, I keep hearing the switch setting sound. That means that your farms are done. Farming them whales.
Got some high-tech boats, Hanson.
Thanks, man. This one goes out to all my buddies out there.
That's good. This one goes out to them.
Oh yeah, Dan?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
It's about to go off.
Like a light switch. Now, some people might say that I don't have enough gold, and that I just sent my gold miners to actually attack Dan.
To the layman, it might appear like that.
But if you remember Age 1 strats,
And I can tell you, I don't remember Age 1 strats.
well,
but
there's a
it's-
little...
You're clearing out some population. That's obvious.
Is it, Dan?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what else I'm doing in a subtle way of telling me what I should be doing?
You know what? I'm not entirely sure, and I don't really care. Just end it.
What are you talking about? Maybe this will jog your memory, Dan.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this.
He's building a wonder.
Didn't give me any
It's
alerts.
the Loch Ness Monster.
Blah. He's making his classic call.
I
did not receive any alerts.
Recognize that anywhere.
Hey, Dan.
Yo.
Here's an alert.
All right. Do it to it.
Where are you going?
I'm not sure. I don't know where your base is. I'm just walking around.
Walking around. The real hodgepodge army. Here we go.
The priest offensive.
Got your siege
did.
thing.
That's devastating.
Hey, Priestos! Take the hoplite!
He has a much bigger army than I'd seen.
Yeah. Well, I figured that. You know, the score doesn't lie.
Oh, Dan.
It doesn't.
Dan, you're so silly.
Am I?
Did you grow up to be a silly man, or were you born that way?
I think I was born that way.
It's pretty cool.
I also grew into it. I don't know. Probably a combination of both.
Question is if priests automatically heal, and oops, as you should have guessed, no, they don't. So please, like in Age of Mythology, it's so nice that they automatically heal.
Yes.
They already seem like a very powerful unit. That wouldn't need a buff like that.
Yeah,
All right. So you kill all my troops.
they're a G unit, but the G stands for God.
Wow. That may be
Why?
the best joke that's ever been on this show, ever.
Do you remember
How
Tep
dare
the
you.
car?
Yeah, that one was pretty good. That car one.
I don't know. I think the car one takes second seat to that one right there.
Damn, is that a joke?
It was a very clever joke, yes.
Wow, Dan Tack has entered the competition.
And people are forfeiting left and right.
Text your favorite joke to
Text your favorite joke to Game Informer.
to Game Informer's phone number.
Which, look it up. Look it up, don't harass us, thanks.
Text your favorite joke to us.
It's actually just GAME.
Actually, text your favorite joke to me on Twitter. If it's good, I'll retweet it.
Woo,
There you go.
it's a pretty good offer.
That is a really good offer.
Bye now. Dan,
You guys remember when you had to call up hotlines to get tips for games?
That's a silly age.
It really was. This is the same age as this game, I believe.
Yeah, no kidding. Talk about.
What the? Dude, these Windows featured updates have got to go.
That's actually my priest ultimate attack.
I mean, I'm not going to win it. Yeah, okay. All right. Clean it up.
What do you mean? Priest, let's go. Let's go.
So one of the advancements, obviously, between this game and the second one is that the town bell was added.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
That was always handy. I mean, in this situation, it makes no difference. But early game rushes really helped against.
Dan, you've built a wall out of your houses.
Yeah, that's a clever strategy.
It is a classic age strategy.
It's what we call mazing.
That's not the farm.
Especially because you could abuse pathing really hard in these games, so forcing them to kill houses and stuff was always fun.
Yeah, definitely. Dan, your villagers seem to be
They're having
their asses.
they're having a really hard time, man. I don't have the town bell to hit.
Just converted. They're hot. Your little phalanx. What do you think of that?
I took my hand off the keyboard several minutes ago.
To do what? Just kind of
To wait for the inevitable.
If people can't see Dan Tack, he's rubbing his hands on his face in a worried expression, mopping up tears.
Am I?
Now, yeah.
Dabbing his forehead with a big
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wiping his butt because he just crapped his pants
Wow.
after this battle.
I don't know.
I bet a lot of soldiers, I bet like 30% of the soldiers in the Iron Age crap their pants every fight. Out of fear? Absolutely.
Well, they hadn't invented
I don't know,
toilets yet.
man.
They had to put on their armor and get into a battle just to take a dump.
Doesn't sound realistic to me. But I am not an expert on Iron Age warfare, so I admit.
Dan, I appreciate you being a good sport, playing the game.
Hey, absolutely, man. It was fun.
It still is fun. I still love having it. And like, if you have the core scenario for this game is if you have, some old friends that played this game back in the day, like, it seems like a cool opportunity to go back and play that.
I mean, I'll tell you, it did make me want to play Age of Empires 2 more.
Really?
And certainly very interested to see what 4 brings.
Maybe someday you can go up against me in Age of Empires 2 and you can mop the floor with me because I'm less familiar with that game.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. That sounds great.
I definitely know what my preferred factions do in that game.
Yeah.
I
Now,
love the,
Dan, we're still one crucial component
Okay.
away from this being a done deal here.
All right.
Fat Lady hasn't sang as far as I can tell.
I don't have anything hidden, but I can do the old resignation for you here. Oh, no re. Yeah, I guess we don't have time to re-up, huh?
Resign, I think he was saying.
I don't think...
So you're not going to make a wonder, Hanson?
No, that's not what no re means. Like, I don't think a lot of people know the origins of no re.
No rematch, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Everyone knows that.
Leo thought no resign.
Hey, it's one of my many classic jokes on New Gameplay Today.
All right, that's a good one. I mean, it's almost as good as the car joke.
Hey, they can't all be. Hanson, I wanted to see your wonder. I'm being honest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
didn't go
I
for it.
really was blowing it on the gold economic front.
He went
a
for
while.
the priest cap.
Went for priest cap.
Yeah.
Dan, good match, dude.
Good match, sir.
No.
Leo, good hosting, dude.
Dude, this was great. Great idea for doing this, Hanson.
Thank you. All right, I love everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.